I am Avery. I am a certified personal trainer, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the biggest issues that I see in the health and fitness space is unqualified people providing meal plans. So if you have been looking for a meal plan, this is your information. I'll get into not just who not to listen to, but also who to listen to. And there are also all sorts of different meal plans. For this video, I'll be describing the specific meal plans as like a set schedule of exactly what foods you need to eat and what times and what amounts as like the definition of meal plan. National Academy of Sports Medicine is one of the bodies that certifies personal trainers. In most circumstances, anyone other than a registered dietitian or a licensed physician is not legally allowed to prescribe meal plans. I have shocked so many people by telling them that certified personal trainers like myself cannot provide meal plans because it's everywhere. There are so many videos that I see where it's like, oh, comment clean and I'll DM you my free PDF with my 4-week clean eating plan. Certified personal training courses are meant to take like 1 to 3 months to complete. And so I'm not trying to hate on them or anything. I'm just saying they could not possibly cover the amount of information in depth in nutrition necessary to be able to provide full, detailed, comprehensive meal plans to all their wide, unique range of clients. And so we're going to talk about what I personally would qualify as a specific meal plan versus a general meal plan. So looking at these top couple of days, I started with the really specific prescribed meal plan. Obviously some of this is satire. I don't want anyone looking at this and trying to use it. I think you see how it has exact measurements and exactly what foods to eat for each meal. Wednesday, we get into kind of iffy territory. And then down to Thursday, we're getting even more basic. Not even saying what dinner, just a fist of carbs, half fist of lean protein. Definitely the suggestion part is in a territory where someone with a personal trainer or a nutrition coach maybe could be. This is well within their, this is within a personal trainer's scope of practice. Just suggesting hey, for breakfast, try to have this many grams of protein. So yeah, that was just my very brief overview. Hopefully that makes a little more sense of what I'm referring to. I'm being really nitpicky here because I see how harmful it is to give out nutrition advice when you are not qualified to do it. I had to unlearn so much nutrition information that I thought was true. It was not science-based at all. That brings me to the question people ask me most, and I tell them I'm a dietetics student, is what is the difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist? This varies drastically state by state. I live in Wisconsin, and in Wisconsin, there is no license, no certification necessary to call yourself a nutritionist. I cannot call myself a dietitian without being a registered dietitian and having passed through all the accredited stuff. There is this map, and I'll put it up on the screen. I'll also link it below. All my resources will be linked below, by the way. Essentially, in Wisconsin, there is no minimum level of education to call yourself a nutritionist. Now, this does not mean that they don't have education. I really recommend that you check for each individual. Check the quality of the organization that they received their certifications from, if they have any. Just because someone lost a bunch of weight, just because they look like a model, does not qualify them to tell you about nutrition. It also doesn't qualify them to tell you about exercise. Dietitians cover all the nuances of chronic illnesses, different age groups, stages of life. Those are the same two things. Genders, cancer patients, etc. Going back to that NASM quote where they said, registered dietitians and physicians are the only people qualified to provide meal plans. Even though physicians are required or qualified to provide meal plans, it's not often a focus of their career. Just be aware that I'm talking really, really broadly, and I will get into less generalizing in a moment. A Times article is quoted saying, although nutrition education varies by school, a 2021 survey of medical schools in the US and UK published in the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics found that most students receive an average of 11 hours of nutrition training throughout an entire medical program. Part of this training is typically student-run, and it may include culinary classes. I'm going to take at least 3 specific nutrition classes, along with all my other STEM classes, and have 1,200 hours of private practice or supervised practice before I'm even qualified to go out into the field. Dietitians are way more qualified than physicians to provide meal plans, generally. Physicians, they might do their own research. They might have taken a lot of continuing education credits on nutrition. They might keep up with the literature. Okay, so don't just discount your doctor right away, but it's really something you pay attention to. And if you are able to see a dietitian, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do see a dietitian. Overall, if you need a meal plan, dietitian is the way to go. Make sure that you are checking the credentials of the people that you are following. You are getting your information on fitness and nutrition, because there's so many unregulated qualifications. Another great green flag is that they have the sources that they used readily available and available for you to look at yourself. This video is pretty related mostly to my own experience and what I see out in the world, but any sources that I have used will be in the description. I encourage you to look at them yourself, especially that statewide map. Check out what the regulations are in your state. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very soon, I'm sure.